Hey, welcome to Craft Central Designs. My name is Dwynn, and I'm sharing with you today this beautiful daisy-themed rag wreath. I'm showing you this outdoors so you could see it in the natural light, resting on my wreath easel. And I'm sure you can hear some birds chirping in the background. This wreath is chocked full of materials. Beautiful daisy fabrics, burlap, various patterns, and various widths of ribbons. This wreath is full of color and texture and adorned with a sign with a very beautiful sentiment, as you can see there. Welcome to my current subscribers, and welcome as well to my newcomers watching for the first time. I hope you will consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Leave your comments in the comment box below and let me know what you think of this rag wreath. I love receiving your comments. Okay, let's get busy making this beautiful daisy-themed rag wreath. The materials that you will need for this project are a lot of various ribbons. I actually used 8 different 2.5 width ribbons and 6 different types of ribbons that were from 1.5 inches to a ½ inch. I used some wired ribbons, which are very essential for helping to support the materials in the wreath that are not wired. And I'll explain more what I mean by that a little later on. So go through your stash, look through your ribbons, and just gather up whatever looks like it will be compatible or coordinating with one another. I cut all of my ribbons in 10-inch pieces. I prepared all of my materials prior to starting this wreath. I will leave everything in the description box below that I used on this wreath. I used 3 different types of daisy patterned materials. I was going to use this muslin to make a sash to hang the wreath by, but I felt it didn't need it in the end, so I ended up not using that. But I bought a ½ yard of each of those daisy print material. And again, I will leave in the description box everything that I purchased, how much I purchased, and exactly the widths of the ribbons that I used, how much of them I used, and how many 10-inch pieces that I used. That will make more sense when you look in the description box. So for each of the daisy fabrics, I bought a ½ yard, and I was able to get 8 10 by 10 pieces of material, which you will see how I scrunch the material up to put it in the wreath. As you can see there, I have all of my ribbons cut in 10-inch long pieces, the narrow ribbons, the 2.5-inch ribbons, and I have all of my material pieces as well as the burlap pieces. And I did use a few burlap pieces. I only used 4 pieces of burlap at 10 by 10 inches, as the same as the fabric that I cut. So I have an assortment of fabrics, an assortment of 2.5-inch ribbons, most of which are wired, as well as some of these more narrow ribbons, which also look really fantastic inside the wreath. I used 14 pipe cleaners cut in half. We have, at the end, I ended up with 28 bundles that are going to go on a 14-inch wire wreath frame that I purchased at Dollar Tree. I have all of my fabric and all of my ribbons all laid out in front of me, so now I can begin constructing my bundles. I like to gather my fabric up, hold it between my thumb and my index finger, and then from here I am just going to start layering on with no rhyme or reason. It's just very random. As I go along, I try to make my bundles all unique and different. I usually start with my largest piece on the bottom, but honestly, it really doesn't matter because in the end, as you will see, we do a lot of arranging and adjusting those bundles once they are applied to the wreath frame. As you can see here, I'm layering up a bundle, and I'm going to take my pipe cleaners, which I cut in half, and I bring the pipe cleaner around the back. Try to keep those tails even there because we have to wrap those bundles around the wire wreath frame. Now, I made certain as I went along that I used one of the larger 10 by 10 inch pieces, which would be either the daisy fabric or the pieces of burlap. One of them is a burlap that I purchased at Walmart. You've seen me use this a few different times if you watch my videos. And I also have a polka dotted one that I picked up at Dollar Tree. Again, go into your stash. You might be surprised what you find in there that you could actually use on a wreath. If you save your scrap materials from projects like I do, it really comes in handy when you want to make a rag wreath, which I absolutely love the look of a rag wreath. So you can see this bundle that I created, a little bit different than the other bundle that I created. I try and change them up as I go along. But I do include at least one of the larger elements, which would be the 10 by 10 pieces of either burlap or the fabric. Now you see me as I go along kind of arranging these bundles, but in truth, the real arranging of a rag wreath of this type comes in the end when you've got all the bundles on, and that's when the real fun is of doing a wreath like this, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a bit. But I put the two bundles together to show you just how the variation in textures and color are coming along, even just by putting those two bundles together. And here we have a massive pile of bundles. Took me a little while to create those. Now we have a little bit of materials left over. Some 2.5 inch ribbons, some more narrow ribbons, some burlap ribbon. These do not need to go to waste. You can actually create some smaller bundles. I call these filler bundles. And those can be used for applying to the wreath anywhere where you see an area that might need a little extra something. So I went ahead and I took those leftover materials and I went ahead and created a few bundles out of that. I like my rag wreaths very full and just chocked full of elements, texture and color, and variations in types of materials. Okay, so here we have a 14-inch wire wreath frame that I purchased at Dollar Tree. I'm going to start applying my bundles. Now you're going to have to be mindful as you go along to apply your bundles, being mindful of the color. For example, I'm starting out using this daisy fabric. I really pay attention to those elements of the wreath that have a lot of color, and I want to be careful to apply them evenly and distribute the color throughout the wreath. So as you can see, I just twist that bundle right to the wreath frame. I use the 2 middle wires alternating back and forth, back and forth. All right, so I used that green daisy fabric. Now I'm going to use the pink. And again, you can see me playing around with the bundles, but in actuality, I did add a little bit of deco mesh onto there. It was kind of a burlappy deco mesh. I just added all kinds of elements into this wreath, and that's what you can do as well. Really change it up. Add a lot of visual interest to your wreath. So I used the pink daisy fabric. For the next bundle, now I'm going to choose a yellow. And I just keep rotating that pattern, the green, the pink, the yellow, all the way around the wreath form. And I alternate between the second wire and the third wire, back and forth, back and forth. Now, when I can reach, you'll see me doing it right there. When I can reach pipe cleaner to pipe cleaner of a bundle, I attach it to the previous bundle because this helps me to keep it very tight on the wreath form and to keep my bundles very, very close. I don't want to see any wire. I want solid ribbon, solid fabric, solid burlap on this wreath. Even though this wreath form is only 14 inches, this wreath turns out to be a very, very beautiful, large size. It just makes such a statement on a door. And I give those good, nice, hard, good twist so that everything's secure on the wreath frame. So here we go. I applied all of the bundles. Now what you're going to see me do is start gathering the elements of the wreath and pulling them up from the outer part of the wreath into the middle. And I do the same pulling from the inside of the wreath, because right now there is a lot of arranging that needs to be done on this wreath. So what I start by doing is just pulling the pieces from the outer edge of the wreath toward the center, and then I do the same from the inner part of the wreath and pull it toward the center. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go around to any area where I have the fabric, and I'm going to arrange that and open it up and kind of fan out and make sure that the right side of the fabric is facing up. I want the vibrancy of the colors to show. And so I arrange all of my fabric all the way around the wreath. Then after I'm done with that, I go around and arrange all of the ribbons. And this is quite a process that takes a little while, but it's so worth it. It's like creating a floral arrangement. Every little element, every little spot, every bit of the wreath has to be tended to and positioned. And as you can see, I'm really pulling my fabric pieces up so to really showcase those, because they're what adds, those are what adds a lot of color to this wreath, and also emphasizes the theme of this wreath, which is daisies. And you can see how the fabric, it's kind of hidden down in your wreath. So that's why it's very important to go around and open up and fan out those fat pieces of fabric. Now, on some rag wreaths, you can use smaller strips of fabric. I wanted to do this one a little bit different, using wider pieces of fabric. So it creates more of a ruffle than anything. Now I'm going to go around, and now you're not going to believe I'm saying this, but I actually dovetail. Yes, I said it. I'm dovetailing. For those of you who hear me in all of my previous videos when I make bows, I always say I don't dovetail. But on a rag wreath, for those wired ribbon pieces that are poking up, I dovetail. So I love to take the tips of the dovetail and turn them and curl them this way and that way. Now, there are other ribbons that are poking up. Some of them are even wired where I just simply do an angle and just cut them off at an angle. I like to change it up and to vary it. Now, I also love my wired ribbons because they are what helps me to support all those elements of the wreath that are not wired. So this is where the arranging of the fabric versus the ribbons comes into play. Now, there was a few times during the final arranging of this wreath where I felt some pieces poked up a little bit too far for my liking. So you saw that. I just trimmed that piece of fabric there. It's okay to do that. Now's the time to trim and to finish all of your edges, if you will, of your ribbons. There's a ribbon in there that I love that I'm holding it right now. It's a white ribbon with little black bumblebees, which goes so nicely with the sign that's going to go right down the middle with the little bumblebee on it. And here it is. And there's that little bumblebee. Now, to apply the a sign, I found this sign at Hobby Lobby, and I absolutely love it. So you can apply those cable zip ties, I believe they're called, and you can, yes, there it is. And you can just attach it with a very fine wire by placing them on the back of the daisy, or you can use a little bit of hot glue as well. But this wreath is absolutely gorgeous, and I can tell you that I probably spent a good half hour just finishing it. And now you could see that I added a few daisies. I bought these beautiful daisies at Hobby Lobby, and they're 50% off their florals week. It's every other week. And I just applied a few of them, maybe about 10, I would say. And I used a little dab of hot glue. And just here and there, I applied these very beautiful daisies just to finish, just a beautiful finishing touch on this wreath. So beautiful. And there you are. I'm letting you know. And one last look at this wreath. And for some reason, it's in vertical form. But it is what it is. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed learning how to make this daisy wreath. And I hope that you will consider subscribing. Let me know in the comment box below what you think of this daisy wreath. And until next time, take care.